Our question goes thus: if the gradient or slope of this curve y is equal to 2kx squared plus 1 plus x plus 1 at x is equal to 1 is 9, find the value of k. This equation is a polynomial of order power 2 because the highest power, greatest power there is 2. If we draw a graph of this equation, we're going to have a parabola of this shape or of this shape. For the purpose of illustration, I'm taking the parabola of this shape here. If you draw a tangent to this curve, right, and take a slope at a point, you're going to have corresponding values for y at 2 points and corresponding value for x at 2 points. The gradient of this equation, which is change in y over x, giving us, if we limit it, we give us dy dx is equal to the derivative of this equation. And if we differentiate this equation, 2 here will multiply 2 to give you 4k x raised to the power 2 minus 1 plus 1 here, multiply x to give you x raised to the power 1 minus 1, and this constant here will become 0. That will give us 4k s raised to 2 minus 1 will give you 1, so that's x, plus x raised to the power 1 minus 1 is 0. That is equal to 4kx plus x raised to the power 0 is 1. So our gradient is given to us as 9. So we can put 9 here to replace our gradient. Having done that, what we'll have, our equation is 9 is equal to kx plus 1. Sorry, our equation is 9 is equal to 4kx plus 1. Now, at that point of slope, x is equal to 1. So we substitute 1 in place of x. So I have 9 to be equal to 4k 1 to replace x plus 1. That gives you 9 to be equal to 4k plus 1. When this goes to this side, you have 9 minus 1 to be equal to 4k. So we have 4k, 9 minus 1 is 8. K is equal to 8 over 4. So k, our value for k is equal to 2. This particular question also takes a similar form with the one we just concluded. But in this case, we are not looking for k, we are looking for the gradient. And the gradient here, they say the slope of this tangent to the curve y is equal to 3x squared minus 2x plus 5 at the point 1 and 6 is what? What is the gradient? So the gradient dy dx is usually the derivative of the equation y. To derive this, 2 multiplies 3 because we have to use the power rule. That gives us 6x raised to the power 2 minus 1 minus 2. Here we have 1. 1 multiply 2 to give you 2. X raised to the power what? 1 minus 1. While the constant here, 5, becomes 0. That is equal to 6. 2 minus 1 is 1. X raised to the power 1 is x. So I have 6x minus x raised to the power 1 minus 1 is 0. X raised to the power 0 is 1. 1 times 2 give you 2. So this is your gradient. So they're asking to find the value, not in terms of x, the actual value of the gradient, where x is 1, y is 6. So in this case, we're going to substitute the value of x because we don't have y in this our gradient. So our gradient dy dx is equal, will now be equal to 6 times x. X is 1 from here minus 2. That gives us 6 times 1, 6 minus 2. The answer to the gradient is 4.